is get you it's your boy Sam back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be talking about how some stats, some badges are literally useless in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, and how the community needs to know that. So, for example, what does the acceleration stat really mean? What does the lateral quickness stat really mean? How does that compare to like the speed stat or the interior stat? What one's more important? We're going to be talking about all those things, as well as badge-wise. What are some very important badges? Are there any useless badges? Those types of things. Now, am I 100% accurate? Well, my studies are based on other studies, okay? So I studied other people that went deep into a dive on what stats badges actually do matter and kind of the impact they do have on things. So let's just start at the top. Driving layup, post fade, post hook, post control. I'd be lying to say I researched any of those things. I did it, okay? Because look, am I ever gonna upgrade those things? No. Draw foul probably matters. Close shot, again, didn't really research it. Mid-range, three ball, those obviously matter. Free throw matters. Standing dunk, driving dunk, both matter. And in my opinion, the rating not only affects how often they get into a specific animation, but how often they get blocked. For example, I believe a guy with a 99 driving dunk or a 99 standing dunk is going to get blocked way less than a guy with, let's say, a 75 driving dunk and 75 standing dunk. Now, maybe that's because of the animations they get while dunking the ball, those types of things, but those things obviously do matter. Ball handle has to be above an 85 to get certain animations. Passing accuracy matters a ton. For example, Dennis Rodman. I really do like Dennis Rodman, and I upgraded his pass accuracy, but that being a 57, his balls, when he passes the ball, it floats all over the court, which makes things really difficult in general. When he has the ball and makes a pass, I mean, it's easier for defenses to recover. Block, steal, perimeter, interior. All four of those stats do matter, okay? Block obviously impacts more of the block contest. Interior, I do think, is more important than block, though. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Block really only affects it if obviously they do block the shot. Like if you're standing still and have a hands up contest, interior is going to matter way more. So if you're wondering interior or block, both are important. I do think interior matters more. Steal obviously is a very important stat. Affects, the rate of if you reach which steals you're gonna get. Also playing lanes, how many steals you're gonna get. Steals, the steal attribute is really important. Perimeter obviously affects the contest you do get on the perimeter. Now, here's where things get interesting. Would you believe me if I told you lateral quickness does not matter? Would you believe me? Lateral quickness does not matter. I studied two tests from two different guys on YouTube, and both of them said the exact same thing. Lateral quickness has no impact on anything at all. How fast people move laterally is not controlled by lateral quickness. Instead, it's controlled by speed. And I know at this point in my team, everybody's got a high lateral quickness. But even for, let's say, a new player you get, let's say like Allen Houston, instead of upgrading his lateral quickness, which really doesn't matter, upgrade his interior, upgrade his block. Those actually matter. The most important stat somebody can have is speed on this game. Speed affects how fast they run. Speed affects how fast laterally they move. Speed affects literally everything. Same thing with acceleration. You think acceleration might matter in just running and how fast you speed up, slow down. That's not the case. Acceleration only matters when you have the ball and like you go to take off. How fast with the ball do you like take off? That is what is affected by acceleration. And so for me, like, let's say a big man, let's say like Hakeem. Does Hakeem really need acceleration? No, because I mean, I don't really care about his burst any. You guys can see I didn't upgrade Hakeem's lateral quickness. Instead, I went speed, vertical, which does matter, as well as perimeter and block. Stats that matter. Rebounding stats do matter as well. You get different animations for how high your rebounding is, and obviously you're going to grab more rebounds with a high rebound rating. So that's what's to know about stats. The useless ones to me, lateral quickness literally is useless. Acceleration, basically useless. Speed is the most important stat someone can have on the basketball court. So stat-wise, that is what my kind of findings did help me understand. Now, let's look at badges, okay? So let's talk about some useless or maybe some useless badges in my team, or some badges that really have no impact on the game. So Immovable Enforcer, let's start with that. Immovable Enforcer in my team is not applicable. If somebody doesn't have it, you can't go out of your way to apply that badge. Again, it's not like you can get the badge in any way, shape, or form. It is a super important badge, though. So if somebody has Immovable Enforcer compared to somebody who doesn't have Immovable Enforcer, super important. Touch Passer definitely does matter. Big Driver matters, not really that important. Post Fade Phenom, Hook Specialist, who really cares? Brick Wall is super important. Not only helps you set screens, but also, you know, helps against somebody backing you down. Definitely is helpful. Box out, beast, chase down, super important. Post Playmaker, Dimer, rise up, all those things matter. Can't sit there and hate on them. Dream Shake, useless badge. So, I mean, again, quick sell your Dream Shakes because you should never be putting them on anybody. Aerial Wizard does matter a little bit. Some really important badges. Fast Feet is really, really, really important. One of the most important defensive things in the entire game. Float Game. I've started seeing a lot more people take floaters in my team. Why? Float Game badge must matter a little bit. Rebound Chaser, one of the more important badges there are on the entire game. Off-ball Pest. A lot of people sleep on that. You're getting back cut a lot. Off-ball Pest can help kind of stop that. Challenger, Interceptor, Ankle Brace, obviously all are important. A Bailout obviously is important. I want to get to some more of what the meat and potatoes. Right Stick Ripper combined with Glove is so important. It's one of the reasons Dennis Rodman is so good and so usable, because he has Right Stick Ripper as well as Glove. That duo is super important. Spot Finder combined with Slippery Off Ball also is a really good duo. You want to send a lot of back cuts. Spot Finder with Slippery Off Ball is very helpful when is sending back cuts. Limitless Range is valuable, but it's kind of broken this year. Like the boost again from silver to gold, I think is way more than I think silver's the best place to get it, maybe, or the biggest boost from bronze to silver compared to like gold Hall of Fame, but obviously still does improve as you do go up the ranks. And again, even like an anchor, guys, that badge is super important, but it's more important for getting hands up interior stops than blocks specifically. So again, those are the types of things like that I watch. How does anchor test, hands up animations compared to if you jump at a shot? Those types of things. Does it combine with interior better? Does it combine with block better? Those are the things that I studied. Another thing, Green Machine, guys, it is a nice badge to have, but it's not as important as you might think. For example, the boost you get after a couple of greens really isn't as big as you might think, so some other shooting badges are more important than a badge like Green Machine. Yeah, these things might not matter for like an Allen Houston, but let's say for like a Tyson Chandler, when he only needs a certain amount of badges, should you give Tyson Chandler blinders or should you give him Deadeye? Those are the types of things that are important. And again, both of those badges, in my opinion, are important. They just do a few different things, but both those badges obviously do work and are important. But even like those compared to Limitless Range, what should you give him? I'd probably lean Limitless Range, but to be honest, I'd lean Slippery Off Ball over all of them. So those are the types of things when you go to badging up players, when you go to apply a shoe to a player, that I hope can help you guys out. Even for me and Andrew Wiggins. Again, did I upgrade his lateral quickness? No, I upgraded his speed, interior perimeter steal. Why? Because lateral quickness, acceleration are absolutely useless to me, and so there's no reason for me to upgrade it. That's what I've found. That's where I've had success when it comes to applying shoes, applying badges to players. I think I might have given Austin Reeves lateral quickness. No, I didn't even give Austin Reeves lateral quickness. So if that doesn't show you guys that I'm a firm believer that lateral quickness is absolutely useless, as well as acceleration, I don't know what's going to help you. Now, obviously, acceleration for Austin Reeves might help his, burst type of anties and get out of his animations a little quicker. So, I mean, for him, it's not totally useless. But again, if you think acceleration is going to help you, on the defensive end of the court or your start and stop situations, it's absolutely not. Even for a guy like Jokic, I haven't applied a shoe, but you might think, oh, Ty, you'll give him acceleration, you'll give him lateral quickness. Absolutely not. I give him speed, give him interior perimeter, steal, block, probably. That's where I'd lean for Nikola Jokic, just to make him that a little bit better. It's crazy that we have some stats that say lateral quickness, in which everybody thinks, oh, well, that's obvious. It's just going to move, determine how well they move laterally, which that's just not the case at all. It's crazy that speed has that impact. Speed determines how fast you run. without the ball. Speed determines how fast you move laterally. Speed determines how fast you speed up. It literally determines everything on this game. So if you had anybody that you're like, should I give him a speed boost? Yes. Speed, 3 ball, those are the most important stats. Again, some badges are basically, unfindable, like a movable enforcer, and some badges are way more important than others as well. Hopefully this guys helps you out when it comes down to applying shoes to players. A lot of people ask Ty, what shoes should I apply to players? 3 ball speed, and then upgrade the defense. Maybe dunking if you want to, maybe rebounding as well, but that's my main suggestions for you guys. That's gonna wrap it up for our video, guys. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.